Hello everybody, this is the HBJ going for another hike today at Messenger Woods Nature Preserve. They don't have one of those cool "you are here's." I'm guessing it's here. So I saw up here the access for this, so we're gonna have to maybe figure that out. Find a way. You got the shitter there, you got the gazebo there, which over by that gazebo they have a like I was saying at one of the old places that we've marched at, snowy ground still, but they got one of those old water pumps. I used to love those growing up as a kid. You don't see those too much no more. The water was probably shit, not good for you, but hey, fuck it, you know, you're a kid, can't be horrible. Somebody fat must have sat on there in case you were hungry 5 minutes into your fucking walk. We're gonna check out this nature trail today. It doesn't look like it's too many miles. Maybe take it a little easy. Hopefully we can get inside them woods pretty soon because the wind is a-blowing. It's the end of January, which usually means February's coming and it gets colder. Well, we got colded out 5 days this week, or 4 days out of the 5 this week. Could have been 5. Got a fire pit where you can get warm with, a cooking grill in there. Got some more benches out there. This is where I drove up before. I always, when I get to a place, like to check everything out, so I know, like the access points, like the last place I went to. I think it was in Shorewood, where I just drove right to the end and started hiking from there, which turned out to be a good idea because we got to go all the way pretty much back up to the front. When it's snowy, it kind of covers everything. Funny, you got all these prints, but you got no footprints. They look like dog shoes. Got another gazebo over there. Yeah, it looks like dogs. But, yeah. I got a little baby knife just in case. Give me a sec while I try and put one of my gloves on at least. It is a little chilly out today. Somebody made a snowman out here. Another picnic bench. Gazebo, another shit house. And as we come up, it's interesting. The Forest Preserve District felt the need to put a sign that says, "Not a designated trail," where there is no fucking trail anywhere near. When 10 feet away, there's a fucking big sign that shows the trail. Folks, there are some stupid people out there. That's not deniable. That's not even arguable. We're gonna have to give the HBJ a second. Maybe I can wiggle this glove on, the second one, without having to. There we go, gloves on. Didn't even have to put down the phone this week. Okay, no pets allowed. No cycling, no horseback riding, no motorized use. Leave the plants alone and stay on the fucking trail. My favorite one, dispose of your fucking trash. Here we go. Let's walk. The end of December, folks, and we're still getting it in. First Sergeant Tyndall would be proud. God, these are the best when you're going through forests. You're going through the woods, still got all these animal footprints. It might be coyotes. maybe fox. We'll keep our eyes peeled and our head on a swivel. Hopefully we can spot something. You never know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe at least a deer. We are in the deep woods here. Looks like there's a split here. And we're going to go to the left. There's a bridge of some sort there. Doesn't look like there's anything to bridge. But we're going to go this way. The North Trail Loop. Nature preserve dedicated the sanctuary for plants and animals. Blah, 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 blah. Basically says big fucking footprints here. Hopefully that was just some asshole not following the rules and bringing their dog. Because if I saw something that big, the HBJ would be getting up on his horse and running the fuck out of here. Or maybe that Black Rifle coffee I got chilling in my pocket would come to use, so I fucking slam it off that, whatever that thing is, his head. I don't condone ever hurting animals, but if it's me or you, it definitely ain't gonna be me. So, yeah, hopefully those are just some asshole breaking the rules, bringing their own dog, because I see shit tons. When I say shit tons, I say shit tons of fucking animal prints out here. Again, though, we are in the woods. And like I've shown you before, this is obviously the trail here that I'm walking on with ice underneath, which sucks, but it's probably a part of another trail as well. And you know what? We got time today. It's early enough. Let's give this side a rub. You never know. Maybe we'll get a longer walk in. It's always good to get them legs moving, pumping. Looks like we got some sort of building up here, red. Maybe some kind of barn. A lot of these trees falling down. As you could tell, this area's got a lot of dead trees. Got to be careful back out here. Place like this in the summer when it's hot. There's dead shit falling. Or in the winter when it's just, look at that big motherfucker fall. Actually, it just ripped right out of the ground. There's a couple like this up here. Must have some weak ground. I wouldn't look like that one's starting to lean. But yeah, look at two big ass trees just ripped right out of the ground. Interesting how that shit just happened. That big motherfucker fell there. But yeah, gotta kind of learn your lessons from all them wildfires. You see shit like that, you gotta knock them down. Get them out of there. That's what causes fires. Because this dead shit will catch quick and will burn. Yeah, that's a barn up there. Let's walk up by this mongoloid looking tree. Looks like there's a water source. I don't know if we'll get close to it on the trail, so we're gonna check it out, folks. Maybe not a water source, maybe it's just a gully. Yeah, no water. Just a big ditch. Good ambush spot, though. You got the high ground, you got this big cocksucker, all these trees to hide behind. Got some assholes walking down there. It's a kill zone, my man. See, I've been out of the Army for over a decade and I'm still looking at shit like that. Gotta love it. Not sure if this was the actual trail, but it looks like it might be a trail because it just keeps going. And it doesn't look like it merges with any other trails yet, anyways. Yeah, it's wild to see how many trees have fallen. This big cocksucker here looks like it just snapped off. You can tell that's a dead motherfucker tree. That's why you gotta have your head on a swivel. Look at this one, looks like it started falling and it pitchforked onto another tree. Funny thing about that is you'll see some shit like that happen, and then that tree grows around the other tree, and then it becomes like that permanently, where it just swallows another tree. I've seen pictures of shit like that. You got another barn back there. And where they have like kids' toys or like chairs that have been sitting by a tree for so long, it becomes engulfed somehow in a tree. Looks like there's a house back there, but it's hard to see with my eyes, let alone. Oh, there's another house by that barn. Again, hard to see by my eyes, let alone with this camera zoomed way the fuck out. And I can't zoom in because my dumb ass about 1.5 years ago brought my phone with me to work, had it in my back pocket, was connecting a piece, went to go sit down on it, and cracked my lens. So if it ain't on the regular setting, it just doesn't work. It turns pink and it shows a cracked screen. So it's probably time for a new phone anyways. I've had this one for almost 7 years. This hasn't been a bad trail so far, just a lot of trees. I should probably get one of those hiking poles. Getting old. Not that I don't think it would help much, but be cool. At least play the part, especially when I'm going up hills. I think it might help there though. We'll see what we got. And Doc, if you watch this, you need to start fucking hiking and posting your own goddamn videos. You know, I follow you. And I know now that you left California and are in Arizona now, they gotta have some cool ass trails out there. I'm in fucking the suburbs of Chicago, and we got all this fucking beautiful nature. So I don't want to hear no shit that you guys don't have nothing. And I know you love to run. I know you love being outdoors in the natures. So don't give me no lip. Just post a video. Here we go on a downhill when I'm walking on ice-covered snow. Or snow-covered ice, I mean. Got a main road there. I'm not sure which one it is. Another rotted out, downed tree. It's crazy to me how so many trees in the forest are down. They just fall. And you'd think the preserve would come back here, chop some of these things up and try and get them out of here. Looks like sometimes they've tried chopping them up, but kind of left them in place. Be nice to get some of this stuff out of here. I know it would open it up a little bit, which maybe they don't want to do, but having rotting wood everywhere isn't good either. This might be a short trail today, folks. Looks like I might already be close to done, which sucks because I wanted to go. Oh, this got to be a deer here. Those tracks. Yeah, there's got to be a deer around here. These, whoa, whatever the fuck that is. That's a hoof. That's a monster hoof. Bunnies, it looks like, deer, dogs. We got some stuff out here, folks. Hey, we got somebody on a trail, actually. Outdoors in the winter. Gotta love it. Sorry, the noise, I'm chewing on a how's it going? Again, sorry for the noise, I'm chewing on a cough drop. I do this all the time at work. By the menthol or whatever is in these things. It helps you, anyways, helps me breathe better in the winter time when I'm outside. I do it quite often, all the time at work. But yeah, it looks like we're coming up around the bend to the beginning. We'll walk back to the beginning. Looks like we're only going to get a couple miles in today, folks, if that. It's only been 15 minutes. If we get back to the front, maybe we'll take another loop around the bend. Because I'm not walking for 15 minutes. It's a waste of a car ride if I come out here for 15 minutes. Even though it was a short drive today. I'm not going to walk for 15 minutes. That ain't happening. Yeah, I think this is the bridge coming up. We'll take another loop, and the HBJ will go even slower this time. Yeah, because I see the entrance up here through the woods. The only problem with places like this in the summer is if you get to places like this before a rain, or after a rain, I mean, apologies, you're walking in mud all day. I think this is water. We're gonna find out, because I see ice. If I fall in, yeah, that's ice you could see underneath the bridge. Yeah, we got ice. I'm on some sort of got tracks. Whatever these are, those are hoofs. So who knows what hoof prints those are. You got 2 hoof, 3 hoof. Could be anything. These look like claws, whatever the fuck that thing was. But you never know. And then you got these dog prints again. Who knows? Because these prints are just all by themselves. There's no human footprints anywhere around here. I'm the one that's breaking that trend. We'll go back out by the beginning of the trail, by the sign, and we're gonna do one more loop around here just for shits and giggles. And then what we'll do is goddamn squirrels. What we'll do is we'll go check out that trail down there. Actually, fuck it. We'll do one more loop, because we can, and we're not walking at a legged out pace anyways. And then we'll check out that other trail, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah. Whew. Gotta be careful where you step. Almost just stepped in shit. Whew. Funny story about doing loops. I was out at the Moni Reservoir, and their trails are like a backyard type trail thing. They kind of made their own trails that are kind of sort of like roped off, so you know where you're going, kind of, sort of. And the first time I was there on the trails, I went there twice. The first time I didn't see the trails. The second time I went on the trails, and the second time, I tell you, I must have walked 7 or 8 loops because I couldn't figure out where the fuck I was or how to get out. It gets tricky because sometimes in these places it just loops and loops and loops. Winter's the best time for shit like this. That was in the middle of summer, but like, let's say I'm lost now, I could just throw my GPS on in my car and walk right through the fucking woods. You can't do shit like that when you got all this overgrown shit. Definitely ain't gonna get through shit like that. That ain't happening. So what you would do is probably walk in the general vicinity of where you're going and try and stay on the trail, or maybe try and cut across different areas. But yeah, I was lost. I kept going around thinking, okay, when I get to this point, I gotta take this way. I gotta take this way. And it kept leading me to the same spot. Not that I was getting nervous, because there was a main road. And eventually I could have went out to the main road and figured it out. But I was getting tired. I was getting annoyed. I was sweating my ass off. And finally, like being in a maze, I just made the right turn. And bam, I got back out. And I thought I was on the right path. And I went to the wrong spot, and it was a dead end. At least the dead end had a bench and shit. But whew. Hello again. At least the dead end had a bench and shit, and gave me a chance to sit for a minute. And then I went back, found my way out. But again, stuff like that, it's always good to have a GPS lying around, because whew, you never know, especially when you're hiking through the woods. Not that these are huge woods, but if I was to venture back out that way, like I like to do sometimes, just because, see what the fuck's back there, you know, gotta find your way back, folks. Yeah. Back by the barn over there, red barn over here. Houses. Be interesting maybe to get out by them houses one day. I don't want to trespass on people's property, because I sure as fuck wouldn't like that if people did that to mine. But it'd be cool to have a property back on land like this. Probably couldn't hunt because it's state property. It's nature preserve, but it'd be cool anyways. My wife's parents' old house, they had land where you can hunt. It would have been great to have that kind of land. Could build shelters in the back. Could build bunkers, hunt, fish. That's the overall plan, folks, is one day, after my old ass retires, to do something of that sort. Whew. Coming up on another bend, probably getting closer to getting back by the front again. We'll check that other bridge where that's at, and we'll rock out. We're at almost 25 minutes now. Hopefully that'll put us about 30. That ain't much for walking, but on a cold January day in the woods, it's like a sore dick. You can't beat it. before I forget, as always, Black Rifle Coffee. Best there is. After I log off with yous, I'll be drinking the shit out of that thing. Their products are phenomenal. They're amazing. All their coffees, top of the food chain. Veteran-owned company, made in America. Whoa. And if yous get bored, go check out some of their YouTube videos, especially with Matt Best. That guy is hilarious. He does some cool skits. They put out a pretty funny movie. It's called, like, I think Range 15, I think it's called. They, from my understanding, they added up Ranger Up gear and Article 15 gear. I could be wrong, but they put them together and made a movie about a zombie apocalypse, which was fucking awesome. It's got a special guest appearance by my all-time favorite MMA fighter, Captain America, the Natural, Randy Couture. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't noticed already, even though our season's over, still rocking the Penn State turtleneck. I decided to start wearing turtlenecks because wearing the neck gaiter just kind of itched after a while, and this is doing the job. Especially, I've had this fucking turtleneck for probably over 20 years. So, why let it sit and rot? But anyways, the movie was hilarious. The movie was great. It's a good watch. Go rent it, go buy it, whatever. Go drink Black Rifle Coffee. I knew it wasn't going to be a super long trail today, so I didn't bring the headphones out. But I will give you what I listened to on the way in today. The Jar of Flies album. Alice in Chains. So, great album, short album. Pretty sad album. You could tell he was going through some shit on that album, but it is what it is. Coming up to the bridge, we'll check out that other little trail maybe, and we'll get ourselves out of here. Whoa, skiing and sliding. We are walking on snow-covered ice. All right, we're back at the beginning. About to cross the bridge. We'll check out that little baby bridge, and we'll go back. And then we'll show you the little pump, water pump, and we'll call it a day from the woods. Made a couple loops today. We'll see. It's not rocket time, folks. This isn't a bridge. I don't even think it's really a trail. It could be. But we'll stop here. We'll head back. We'll go to back to the car, and we will check out our little pump. If there's people still not parked there, I don't want to get it all in their shit or have them think I'm over by their shit. So, wasn't a bad walk for doing a couple loops. We're pretty close to the point where I could throw a pack on again. Back starting to feel somewhat better. Maybe it's because it's just cold out. But usually when it's cold it gets more stiff. Warm weather usually helps out more, but I'll tell you what, it didn't help this summer. Coming up on the entrance, we'll take our little walkie walk to the front. And we'll pass the snowman again. And again, that's not a trail, not a designated trail. Even though there's nothing that would lead you to believe that that has anything to do with the trail, they needed to tell you that's not a trail. All right. Definitely gonna need to get a new pair of kicks. These things are all old and beat the fuck up. Be interesting to see if there was any trails out that way. It looked like on the map that there wasn't. Looked like sort of a double loop trail, but we'll this is definitely, I would say, probably not a place to come back. The Kyle Zulig Campground. Loving memory of Kyle Zulig. We'll do that from time to time, like I said before, coming up on a bench. It's usually an old couple that passed that love to walk. Kyle Zulig, they named the bench after him. But yeah, usually it's an older couple, which I think's cool as fuck that old couples like to get out and stay healthy and go walking and shit like that. But this will probably not be a return trail just because of the length and distance of it, and being that as it warms up, the HBJ is going to get his lungs back a little bit and be able to go much, much greater distances. Not that I can't now. Not that this is it's burning me. Probably could have done maybe 5-6 more laps around there. Just don't want to get bored looking at the same shit. Yeah. Maybe that's another trail. Maybe we will come back and check out the other trail. It looks like there might be one by the gazebo. We'll go check that out. I don't think that whoever's in their car or left their car is going to be upset if we walk past their car. Oh, there's 2 here now. 3 vehicles. See, I was the only vehicle when I came. People getting out and getting after it. And then you got dickheads who like to throw their garbage on the ground. You got the shit house, especially when there's a fucking garbage can right there. Fucking cock blows. Yeah, that looks like another trail. Probably ain't gonna hit it today. More than likely. But let's see what we got rocking. We're gonna go up and check out the pump. Probably ain't gonna work because it's probably frozen. More than likely. But as we get closer, I'll show you. Here we go. You'd usually have to pump it a bunch of times to get the motherfucker rolling. But I bet you it's frozen. That's what an old water pump used to look like. Put your hands underneath and get your buddy to pump it. And somebody left some gloves in here. Yeah. And you get water that way. Here's another trail. It is. Interesting. The South Loop Trail. Probably should have went here to begin with, being that I was fucking parked here to begin with. This is an even longer trail. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? What we do is we leave this trail for the next trip. It'll give me a reason to come back here and walk the trail again. And then we'll get a double trail out of it, because we'll hit this trail and then we'll hit that loop trail. Give us a lot of walking. Should have known that they have a place here, obviously, not just a gazebo for no reason. And then they had another one up the road where I end up walking to like a fucking retard again for no fucking reason. I should have just stayed here and rocked this loop, but all in all, still got a good hike in today. This is the Messenger Woods Nature Preserve, and this is the HBJ, and I am out.